How's it going, everybody? Too Spooky here. Just want to start right off the bat by saying I'm sorry if the thumbnail for this video spoiled anybody about what's coming up in the One Piece manga. Usually I try to avoid manga spoilers in the title or thumbnails because I don't want to go around spoiling people for clickbait potential or views. But this topic is something I absolutely need to talk about, and there's no other way to beat around the bush about it. Because I've been a One Piece fan for many years now, ever since the anime first aired in America, and I think this is the first time I've genuinely had an issue with the series. That issue being Luffy's new Gear 5th transformation. But before I explain why exactly I have an issue with this transformation, a quick word from our sponsor, Manscaped.com. My most trusted place for grooming and hygiene products. They hooked me up with their Performance Package 4.0 to show you guys today, featuring the Lawnmower 4.0 Body Trimmer. After some unfortunate nicks in my younger years, you could say I was hesitant to try it, but with their waterproof advanced skin-safe technology, you can say goodbye to those painful moments on even the most sensitive of areas. Also having a travel lock, LED, and a cordless charging system lasting up to 90 minutes. The Performance Package 4.0 also contains Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant, Crop Reviver Ball Toner Spray, and the Weed Whacker Nose and Hair Ear Trimmer to keep you groomed and smelling fresh as much as possible. You can get all this and more by going to manscaped.com and by using code 2SPOOKY at checkout. You can also get 20% off, free international shipping, plus 2 free gifts for a limited time. Those gifts being the Shed Travel Bag and the Manscaped Anti-Chafing Boxer Briefs. Once again, use code 2SPOOKY at checkout, and thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring this video and taking care of all our grooming needs. Now, as to why I personally have an issue with Gear 5th, it comes from how this transformation came to be, rather than the actual transformation itself. I've seen some criticism here and there saying that the actual transformation is too goofy with how it operates, but I personally think all the aspects of Gear 5th, from its powers to its look, are perfectly fine, even the symbolism for that matter. Instead, I have a fundamental problem with the reveal that the Gomu Gomu no Mi isn't actually the Gum Gum fruit at all, but instead the Hito Hito no Mi model Nika, because it goes against a lot of the already established rules within the series, and frankly speaking, I feel like the reveal doesn't make sense within the context of the story, which I will explain exactly why right now. First off, regarding the reveal of its true name, we learned that the Gorosei apparently were responsible in renaming this fruit in an attempt to eradicate its true existence from history, but at the same time, they have not been able to get a hold of this fruit the last 800 years for one reason or another, regardless of this. The reason this is such a problem to me is because back in Water 7, it was established by the members of CP9 that once you eat a devil fruit, you learn its name and its abilities by doing so. This is namely because the illustrations aren't present for many of the devil fruits within the encyclopedia, but it is still insinuated that the user themselves learn the name of their devil fruit simply by eating it, rather than looking at the book afterwards. This does depend on the translation though. At the same time, this is contradicted by Oda in an SBS for volume 45, where he states that a devil fruit user learns the name of their fruit after the fact, by looking it up once they know the power, although this once again depends on the translation. But if we take it at face value like that, this still doesn't make sense for a few reasons. Sure, within the story, someone could just hand you a devil fruit, tell you what the name of it is, and then you just assume that's the name of it for the rest of time. But so many people within the One Piece world have never laid eyes upon the encyclopedia, yet still know the name of their devil fruit power. How could they possibly know this unless the ability and name of the fruit was inherently learned by them after eating it? This is further contradicted by the fact that people in Wano, for instance, know the name of their devil fruit while not really understanding what devil fruits are, therefore showing us that they know the name of their power and therefore the name of their devil fruit without ever having laid eyes upon the devil fruit encyclopedia or knowing that devil fruits even exist. So by that logic, even if Oda has tried to backpedal and explain otherwise, once again, depending on the translation, this just doesn't make sense within the rules and examples present in the story. So by that logic, Luffy should have known the true name of his devil fruit by eating it regardless. I don't see how it can actually work that way unless we've been shown examples of how every single person learned the name of their fruit. Like, did somebody just tell them? Because otherwise plenty of people have learned this information on their own, without the devil fruit encyclopedia. But even so, assuming a devil fruit user doesn't actually learn the name of their power by eating it, this reveal still doesn't make any sense within the context of the story, namely regarding the Gorosei themselves. The biggest problem with this reveal, by far, would be that it kinda makes the Gorosei and the entire world government look like actual morons. Let me explain. The Gorosei are complete ding-dong idiots if they ever thought renaming the fruit to something less exciting would deter anyone from actually trying to get their hands on it. We know they've been trying to acquire this devil fruit for centuries, but the fundamental thing they forgot is that any devil fruit, known or unknown, is highly sought after by everyone in the One Piece world, as most people want them for power, for money, or otherwise. So even if renaming it to hide its true power was their initial intention, ultimately it's not going to do them much good either way. But the real problem with their stupidity would be the fact that they've known about Luffy ever since he got a bounty in the first place and started wreaking havoc up the Grand Line. So for that entire time, literally almost the entire story, they've known that this little goofy straw hat dude has the exact power they're so afraid of. All it would take is for one person to spread the word that this dude is made of rubber, and they'd automatically know how much of a threat he was to them and to the entire world for that matter. Yet, knowing this information, what did they do about it? Absolutely f***ing nothing, which is why this new reveal makes absolutely no sense. This entire time, they've been focusing on capturing Nika Robin for her knowledge, rather than trying to capture or kill Luffy for the dangerous power he also possesses. You'd think at some point throughout the entire series before now, the Gorosei would have sent someone specifically after Luffy to capture or kill him too. But other than just general run-ins with his enemies or people associated with the world government doing other things, this has never happened. If Luffy was really such a threat to the Gorosei and the world government, they would have tried to take care of him a long f***ing time ago. But the fact there has never been even one instance of an attempt to do so within the series proves that this reveal makes no sense within the context of the story. Either that, or it proves that the Gorosei have been actual dumbasses this entire time. I guess to play devil's advocate, they could have just figured that Luffy is a dingus himself, and therefore he wouldn't be a problem even with such a deadly power. But if this has been a problem for them for literal centuries, you'd think with all the power of the world government at their dispense, they would have made even a little effort somewhere to take care of Luffy beforehand. Instead, they reveal the truth about this devil fruit right as they decide to kill Luffy. Which makes it feel like such a shallow reveal, because they've never expressed how much of a threat Luffy was to them previously, or at least if they did, they never did anything about it. Between that and the previous examples of how devil fruit names are learned, this all feels like it was pulled out of nowhere, regardless of any possible foreshadowing we've seen previously. And even with foreshadowing of this sun god from ages ago, it doesn't make any sense within the story based on what we now know regarding this devil fruit at least. This all could have been such a cool reveal if at even one point in the series a CP agent or somebody was sent to capture Luffy, or bounty hunters were sent after him, or anything to show that he was a true threat to the world government, just like Nika Robin. Instead, we just get pointless bounty increases and mentions of how much trouble he is. Oh god darn this straw hat, he's at it again. Oh, who woulda thunk? It's all talk, no execution. It's just very disappointing to me. But the main reason I'm making this video, other than to complain of course, is because I want to know what you guys think about all this. Do you like Gear 5th, and how do you feel about its reveal within the story? This is the first time I'm finding myself genuinely disappointed in my favorite series, and while Oda still has plenty of time to explain things, and maybe make this new reveal make more sense, at the moment I'm really disappointed, and am interested in hearing everyone else's takes. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and let's start a discussion. I'm really interested in what you guys think. With that, this video is over. Thank you for watching and for your input on the situation. Subscribe for more videos with those notifications on. Follow me on Twitter at 2spookytube. And if you ever want to chat with me directly, follow me over on Twitch at 2spookster. As I've been streaming quite a lot, and I'm always looking forward to meeting more of you guys and talk about whatever. But with that, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all soon with a new video.
You lied to me, said goodbye to me, and I said it too. When I'm done, I see in these fantasies.